girls. I think the girls record is 6 wins. Last year they had 1 win and 15 losses. And they were a great team and fun kids to be around. It's pretty much the same girls as last year, and they are 6 and
8. We'll
6 and 8.
We're very proud of them.
But we really like having kids around that are nice, and they're just fun to be with. We're going to hate to see them go. I think some of them are glad to get out of here, but we're going to miss them. I put my glasses on here. We're going to just kind of introduce these guys one at a time. First one I would like to say, have come up here, is Mr. Jacob Baker.
Baker!
And I taught every single one of these kids but one. I know you guys all heard this during swimming, but a lot of these kids hear me talk about water polo, and they talk, and Jacob is just a super kid, and he just heard us all talking about water polo, and he's kind of violent, really, little as well, and he really wanted to hurt somebody before he graduated. He's also a wrestler. He is extremely smart, as we all know. That's one of Coach Delgado's favorite things to yell. Aren't you the smartest kid in the school? How could you do something so dumb? Of course, we don't want to bring up, he's trying to deny it, but it's true. But he's a great guy. He's going to University of Florida. He's going to double major in business. Business and chemistry. And he had a lot of fun this year. We really had high hopes for him in the Osceola game. He got to knock a couple of people around there. And we're very glad he came out.
I'm going to save most of mine for the banquet because, for the sake of time. But I'm very glad to have coached Baker. I didn't really know him before this year because, you know, him doing wrestling and being a smart guy. I don't get to teach and coach those guys too often. So, you know, I'm proud to get to know you. I really am. I'm excited about what you're going to do down the road. And like I said, I'll save the rest for later.
We normally give them something, and in the past we gave them GameStop certificates. But now
now we feed them.
The county won't let us do that anymore. So we took them all to Chick-fil-A tonight. Next, we would like to have Justice come up here. If Justice says anything tonight, that'll be more than she said all season. I taught her in class. She's a very nice girl. She's very hard to separate from her sister during swimming. We had to put them in separate lanes, so they wouldn't swim together all the time. And but we're very glad that she came out for the team. Super nice girl, super quiet. She got to elbow a few people around, you know, kind of got her violence out. She is going to go to Valencia, and she wants to be an ultrasound technician. And a little advance notice, her sister is going to be one of the swim captains next year, so I know she's going to be coming back to swim practice every day and lurking around the pool. Next, we want Jenna to come up here. Jenna is one half of Jaden, that's her and Megan. And we recruited, tried to get Jen out here. And she's got a strong arm, as you saw when we pulled her back over to the right. You notice when we were playing, she's got the strongest arm on the girls' team. We pulled her over trying to get a shot in that game. Coach Delgado does tend to yell at her quite a lot.
I am very hard. I am so hard.
As I'm sure the parents know.
I always tell people that if I'm not saying anything to you, that's when you should be worried. And I probably yell at Jenna more than anybody on the girls' team. And last year there was another girl that I yelled at more than anybody else, but it's because I have high expectations for her. And I think that she's got broad shoulders. I obviously got to coach last year and this year, which has been a pleasure for me. And Jenna every now and then strolls down my hallway and gives me a hard time in the mornings, which is fun, and I give it right back to her. And I'm definitely going to miss her next year when she's not showing up. So it's been a pleasure, Jenna.
She is taking a veterinary assisting class, and she's going to transfer to Seminole State for a couple of years, and then she's going to go to UCF and work on her bachelor's degree. You want to be a veterinarian?
Yeah. Or a teacher.
recruited to coach with me. He was one of my students, and we could have a player coming back into it.
Never recruited me to play. Guys,
Didn't think we had a Speedo that size, but
Low blow, coach.
visualize that one.
yeah, delete that from the video.
Do you have pictures of all of them?
I'm in trouble now. Somebody better call my house, make sure I make it home. Next, we would like to have Dylan come out.
Dylan!
Oh boy, did he have a game.
First.
A little bit of stress on him. He gets yelled at every now and then. The funny quote the other night was we put the other goalie in, and with Dylan right here underneath the coach's feet, he yells at the other goalie, he says, "Come on, you're worse than Dylan is." So Dylan had a lot to live up to tonight. He did really good. He's a student. Like a lot of these kids, he had me 2 years in a row, and I promised him that I would come watch him play lacrosse his senior year. And his senior year, he's like, "Never mind, coach. I think I'm going to come out and play water polo."
He's been a pleasure to coach, and he's a phenomenal athlete. And I'm excited to see what he's going to do down the road because.
Don't get back home. Get out of here. No. You have to understand, I taught the boy. The last I heard, he was going to be a history teacher. But I look here, and it says you want to, it says history or English teacher. I'm sorry, I got to get my glasses. I thought he changed to English. Anyway, he's gotten scholarships everywhere. Why don't you tell him how many you've gotten and turned down? Oh, come. All right. He's gotten a bunch. He comes down every day. Coach, I got this. Like my kid's got nothing. But he's telling me everything about what he's got. But the current plan is that he's going to start at Valencia for a couple of years, and he's going to go to UCF, where he wants to get a degree in English or history and history is what he wants to do. History or English teacher. I haven't been going over how many years they've played at my age. I kind of forget a lot of these. We'll get this. Cody Trevino.
All right, Cole.
Cody!
We put the winning shot in there at the end. And anyway, he's one heck of a player. He keeps growing. Pretty soon, they'll be able to stand on the bottom at 12 foot. You saw he's had a heck of a year. Let me talk about, I've taught him too, and he's been around. He did swimming. Kind of an interesting guy to try to manage. I don't know that you can really manage him, Mom and Dad. Oh my gosh.
Cody and I have a great working relationship. We'll just leave it at that. And you know what? He has been an absolute pleasure to coach this year. He really has.
Yes.
He's taken young guys underneath his wing, and I hope that next year, because I know you'll be nearby, you get to come back and you'll see those young guys develop into more than what they are now, because that's your legacy. That's what you'll be remembered for. More than anything else is the way that you loved on those guys, and I would hope that all the seniors would take that seriously, because it's a big deal. That's what this is about. It's not about wins and losses. It's not about individual accolades. It's about building somebody else up and getting them on your level. So I've told you before that I think you should keep playing, and I hope you look into that, because I think it'd be a lot of fun for somebody to watch you keep doing it. I will. So.
He's going to go to Valencia, where he wants to be an EMT or a trauma nurse. And lastly, might get a little tearful here. Probably the heart and soul of the water polo team, Megan.
Well, there's a reason that Coach obviously saved her for last, is because he's an emotional wreck right now. And so Megan's going to be attending Seminole State College next year. She's going to do her first 2 years there, and then plans on transferring to UCF to do medical, to study medicine, and then become a cardiovascular technician, one day a cardiologist. And I've known Megan for 2 years now, and she's been talking about this for 2 years. Like, she is steadfast, she knows what she wants, and she's a go-getter. And the reason Coach says that she's the heart and soul of that girls' team is because she's one of those people that you say you need something done, and she just finds a way. She doesn't ask a lot of questions. She's a whole lot tougher than her size might lead to.
Her 4'11", 95 pounds. That's what I tried
She
to put
swears
in the
that
newspaper.
she's taller than that, and she's not. I'll tell you, she's got huge presence in the pool, huge presence in everything she does. I mean, she's another obnoxious girl that comes storming down my hallway every morning and gives me a hard time. And like I told Jenna, I'm sure going to miss you coming and hanging out. So it's been a pleasure. It really has. And the rest we'll talk about at the bank. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know it's late. I know it's a school night. Seniors, you got to get a big picture.
One couple other things we wanted to do.
Yes.
We wanted to bring Scott out. Is he here?
Yes,
Scott. We wanted to bring Scott. And we wanted to bring James out here. They played for us last year. They were on the team. I've taught both these guys. They are super smart. Not good looking, but they're really smart. Very smart. I mean, I think you've got 6 AP classes. How many have you got? Okay, and they're very busy, and we had trouble with the schedule. And they've been here. They're blood brothers to this team. They're blood brothers to the, I don't know about to me, but they're blood, and they're really good. And they videotaped our games, and he does a different accent every game.
Their commentary is worth the price of admission. And you know, maybe we'll find a way where you can hear some of it, because they're obviously very intelligent and selfless to give up their evenings to do what they've done for this team. And so we appreciate them, and they've allowed us improve quite a bit, because without the film that we've gotten this year, we wouldn't be seeing the mistakes or being able to correct the mistakes that we've made. So a lot of the success we've had on both the boys and girls team should be attributed to you guys. So thank you.
If you ever see those tapes, it'll be like the Nixon tapes, because there might be something on there they said that we haven't heard. I'm very worried. And we also want to bring out Caroline, who is a junior. She's going to Austria, and we're really going to miss her. And so she's going back there where you have 2 more years under the Austrian system, right? Okay, she's got 2 more
tried to tell her to
years.
stay for another year, and she said her real parents would just kill her. So she said she's going to miss her house parents here, and obviously she appreciates being here, but we appreciate having her. She's been a lot of fun.
And we love her accent. She likes to tell the girls, "You're the hammer." I can't do it with the Austrian accent. And so she's an honorary senior tonight.
Oh.
You guys, you're going to get to talk at the banquet.
Yes.
I know this is not really the...
Prepare yourselves.
We're talking at the
We
banquet.
have a lot of expectations
Yes,
for
ma'am.
what
How
you're
they
going to
can
say.
break, Dylan, you just get a 16 gigabyte USB, buy them. The Walgreens are on sale right now, and you can go to the library and download one of those awesome videos.
Yeah, we do not make any representations about some of the stuff that is said. I'm not saying
Oh, you're talking about game
Yeah, the
film.
game's right now.
yeah,
We're going to figure something out. We'll find a way. But you do have to prepare yourself for the banquet to speak, because you're going to be up there in front of all of us.
for those, all of you giving me advice about the banquet after 18 years of coaching, he's in charge.
So thanks again for staying. We appreciate you guys more than you know. Let's get out of here. Let's get